So we're going to start down your back with your knees bent, feet flat on your mat, abs nice and tight and strong. And let's start with imprint and release of your pelvis. So your pelvis in your neutral level, and then we'll add the imprint to lengthen that lumbar spine down to the mat, and then release to neutral. Exhale, imprint, and release to your neutral. Inhale. Exhale, imprint, and release to your neutral. Inhale. Now, when you're in your inhale, you don't want to, or when you're in your neutral, you don't want to feel like you're just hanging out there. You want to feel like you're lifting from the pelvic floor, connecting everything, staying strong and connected. Now let's lift the arms up, coming into, right, no plank. So from here, let's keep the fingers reaching long, and let's just do a little protraction and retraction of your scapula. So if you push your fingertips up toward the ceiling and feel like they're rounding the scapula around your spine, and then you retract and draw the scapula sort of toward each other. Protract and retract. Just nice little movements. Good, and relax those shoulders down now in the neutral, which means they're just resting right against your mat and right against your rib cage. Let's lift the arms up overhead, but only go as far as you can allow that to happen before your rib cage either pops off the floor or your shoulders pop off the floor. Big circle around to the side with those arms till they're hovering. Reach up, inhale. Big circle around to your side till they're hovering. Up, inhale. Big circle around till they're hovering. Now we're going to keep those arms hovering the floor. We're going to imprint the pelvis, lengthen the spine, and roll the hips up into your shoulder bridge. Arms are still hovering the floor. They're not quite touching. Let's hold there. Inhale, let the arms come up above the head. Exhale, we're going to circle them around back to the side, keeping the hips up. Inhale, the arms come up. Circle around to exhale. Inhale, arms up. Circle around, exhale. Now reverse that. Inhale, open out. Circle around, exhale. Keep your glutes squeezing your abs tight with your hips up in the air and this nice shoulder bridge as you exhale down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, release the arms down to your side. Keep the arms flat on the floor. Let's hinge at the hip to lower the hips and squeeze the glutes and lift them up. Inhale, hinge lower. Exhale, squeeze up for 2. Inhale, hinge lower. Squeeze up for 3. Inhale, hinge lower. Squeeze up for 4. Inhale, hinge lower. Squeeze up for 5. Inhale to lower. Squeeze up for 6. Inhale to lower. Squeeze up for 7. Inhale, lower. Squeeze up for 8 and just hold it there. Let's roll the spine down, lengthen through one vertebrae at a time. Release to the neutral in the imprint. Staying there in your neutral position with the pelvis. Feet staying on the floor where they are. Let the arms come back up to the hover. Nod the chin to look toward your knees. Exhale, imprint the pelvis, not an imprint. We're keeping neutral in the pelvic floor. You're going to exhale, slide the rib cage coming into flexion without imprinting. So abs are nice and tight and strong. Connecting that core to flatten out the abdominals. Take a nice inhale, add those arms circles, exhale around. Inhale, arms come up to about the ears. Exhale, circle around. Keep going. Inhale, go up. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, one more up. Exhale, circle around. Now reverse that. Inhale, arms out wide. Exhale, press down, keeping that little flexion. Inhale. Exhale, flex. Inhale. Exhale, flex and hold. Abs nice and tight. Let's take one leg up into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, other leg into tabletop. Inhale. We're going to reach one leg out. That leg stays there. The opposite arm goes up. We're going to switch. Reach the other leg out. The opposite arm goes up. So my left leg is straight right now. My right arm is overhead. Inhale, switch. So you're doing single leg bicycle with those legs, and the arms are kind of doing scissors. Exhale to reach. Inhale and reach. Inhale and reach. Inhale and reach. Inhale and exhale. One more. Good. Bring the toes together, knees together, fingertips reaching, abs nice and tight. Let's keep the legs in tabletop. Circle those arms up. Exhale, circle them around. Fingertips reach toward those toes. Nothing moves as the arms come up. Just feel how that core engages a little bit more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Now reverse that. Inhale, open. Exhale, 3. Inhale, open. Exhale down to your side, 2, 1 more open. Exhale down to the side for 3, and release it back. Give those knees a nice little hug. Good, going back into the shoulder bridge. So flexion into extension here. Shoulders down, back on the mat. Take a nice inhale. I want you to engage your core, lift straight up. Inhale. Let's take those arms to the side as the hips go up. As the hips come down, reach the arms up overhead, just barely touch. Exhale, squeeze back up. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze up for 2. Inhale down. Hinging at those hips, squeeze up for 3. Keeping neutral in the torso, squeeze up for 4. Inhale, you hinge. Squeeze up for 5. Inhale, hinge. Squeeze up for 6. Inhale, hinge. Squeeze the glutes up for 7. Inhale, hinge. Squeeze the glutes up for 8 and hold their arms back to the side. Keep the knees and toes facing straight ahead. Peel one leg up off the floor. Inhale and extend it up. Now keep those hips nice and still. We're going to circle this leg out, around, and up for 1. Circle toward your leg, around and up for 2. Keep your pelvis still, around and up for 3. Shoulders wide, around and up for 4. Don't let this hip dip for 5. We're going to reverse the circle. Inhale. Exhale, up for 5. Inhale, circle, up for 4. Inhale, circle, up for 3. Inhale, circle, up for 2. Inhale, circle, up for 1. Bend that knee, put the foot down. Inhale, pick up the other leg. Extend it up. Keep that hip nice and still. Circle toward your leg, around and up for 1. Keep your pelvis still. Inhale, exhale for 2. 3. 4. 5. Reverse your circle. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Bend that knee, put the foot down. Inhale. Exhale, roll your spine down, lengthen through 1 vertebrae at a time this time, all the way to the floor, and release to your neutral. I want you to keep your feet pretty much where they are, but walk them a little bit closer to each other so that they're actually touching. If you kept those knees together, you'd be super tight. Now flex your toes to you. So you pick up the toes off the floor, laterally rotate the legs. So now the outside edges of the feet might touch the floor, and that's okay. Or the toes might be off the floor, also okay, whatever's right for you. So you're in this diamond shape with your legs. Inhale. You're going to exhale, press the hips up, keeping that diamond shape. So now your knees are open. I'm just going to turn so you can see just a little bit. The knees are open like a diamond. Hinge down, inhale, exhale, press up for 1. Hinge down, inhale, exhale, press up for 2. Hinge down, inhale, press up for 3. Hinge down, inhale, press up for 4. Hinge down, inhale, press up for 5. Hinge down, inhale, press up for 6. Hinge down, inhale, press up for 7. Hinge down, inhale, squeeze and hold for 8. Now, inner thighs are going to squeeze together, feet rotate into zip, and then open out for 8. Zip, open out for 7. Zip, open out for 6. Zip, open out for 5. Open out for 4. Keep your hips in place. 2 and 1, and then hold it. We're going to roll the spine down one more time. Lengthen through the rib cage first, imprint, and then release to your neutral. Let the soles of the feet come together. Let your inner thighs open out, giving a nice lateral rotation stretch there. Abs nice and tight and strong. Now, we're going to stay in this neutral position here with your lumbar spine by keeping the legs right where they are. So the outside arches of the feet are on the floor. Soles of the feet are together. Knees are relaxed and open. If that's too uncomfortable for your inner thighs, feel free to come up just a little bit. But what I don't want you to do is feel like you're gripping with the hip flexors here. I want you to feel like your hip flexors are staying very relaxed for now. Nod the chin. You're going to bring the hands just above those thighs. Exhale, rib cage to pelvis. Come into a little bit of flexion here. Now, holding flexion, we're going to add those arm circles. Let's start with one arm. We're going to lift it up overhead, and it's going to circle around and down. Other arm goes up overhead, around and down. Arm goes up, and exhale. As the arm goes away from the body, you want to feel how you have to engage in those obliques a little bit more. Engage to hold the body nice and still. Good, now let's reverse. We go away out, exhale down. Other arm away out, exhale down. Inhale. One more inhale. Okay, abs tight, still in flexion. Belly button up and onto those rib cages. Inhale, you come up with both arms. Circle open, exhale 1. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3, reverse, inhale wide. Exhale 1, inhale wide. Exhale 2, inhale wide. Exhale 3, hold it, inhale. Release the head, neck, and shoulders down. Reach both legs up and give those knees a little hug. Whew. Little tuck of the pelvis, little lengthen of that lumbar spine. Good, heading on. Coming into some footwork on your back, okay? So I want you to bring your legs up to tabletop right from the position that they're in. Rotate so that the legs are together in that same position that you were just in when you were doing that lateral rotation bridge on the floor. Heels are together, toes are out like a V, right? Inhale, you're going to nod the chin. Exhale, you're going to slide into the imprint, lengthen here. Now, I'm going to come into a nice light imprint for my lumbar spine, which just means that my lumbar spine is pressing gently down into the mat behind me. Arms are going to hover, fingertips reaching. Inhale from here. Exhale. Think of zipping the inner thighs, pressing those legs out and away, staying connected in that spine here, scooping up and in. Inhale, pull back in. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull back in. Now, these legs don't have to go super low because that's going to be really challenging for my core to hold in place, right? Legs can kind of come out, away, and up. They don't have to go way low to the floor. Inhale, bend to come in. Keep those inner thighs zipping and then pressing to the floor open. Zipping and then pressing to the floor open. Zipping, exhale, press to the floor, inhale. Hands could come behind the head if you want to support the weight of that head a little bit. Head could be down on the floor if you want to stay here and not let the neck and the shoulders be doing the work. Inhale back in. Inhale back in. Inhale back in. Last one. Inhale back in. Release your head, neck, and shoulders. Rotate the knees so that they're together. Still stay in your tabletop position. Now you're in your parallel first position. Nod the chin again. Come into flexion. Exhale. Zipping those inner thighs. Press through the heels at the end. Point those toes away. Inhale, pull through the heels and come back in. Imprint. Shoulders released. Belly button in. Connect to that core. Two more. Inhale. One more. Hold it there, abs tight. Can you hold it tighter? Can you connect the triceps? Can you breathe in through your nose? 4, 5, out through your mouth. 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 20. Inhale. Exhale. 30. Inhale. Exhale. 40. Inhale. Exhale. 50. Inhale. Exhale. 60. Inhale. Exhale. 70. Inhale. Exhale. 80. Inhale. Exhale. 90. Inhale. Exhale. There's your 100. Inhale, knees in. Exhale, release it back. Woo. Okay. Feet back on the floor. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, slide up into flexion. You can rock yourself up using one leg. Rotate to me. And let's come to little mermaid legs here. So you don't have to be in a perfect 90-degree angle with these legs. It's okay if they're off to the side a little bit. You could also grab a block or a pillow to be seated on so that you're not feeling like you're forcing this hip down. We're going to start with a nice lateral flex and then add some nice little side stretches and side flexion here. Okay. Sorry. Little adjustment. So I've got my feet to one side. I'm going to put my hands down on that bent knee side. Inhale. Exhale. Give a nice lateral flex toward that arm on the floor. Inhale it up, and I'm going to twist here toward the feet. Good. Bring it back to center. Exhale over, easy stretch. Stack it up. Exhale, rotate, easy stretch. Bring it up. Exhale over. Now, you're going to press your knees into the floor, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, adding on to the stretch. Good, bring it back down. Same thing, add the twist. Good, inhale. Add on to the stretch. Good, inhale back over. Excellent. Now, I'm going to take this top leg and I'm going to sneak it under this leg a little bit. So now my legs are more stacked to the side, just so that I can bring this bottom knee to the floor a little bit easier. So now I'm going to take this same inhale. I'm going to keep the knees pressing together, lift up and over the body. Beautiful. So from here, let's just take that top leg up, out straight. It can rest on the floor. I'm just going to move over a smidge. It can rest on the floor. We're in this nice side flex over, okay? If it's more comfortable for you to keep the knees on the floor, that's okay, but one knee will be off no matter what. Now, you're going to take this top arm, come under this arm, pressing away from the floor, sort of lifting up a little bit higher, and then come back and lift over. So you're over like a rainbow, then you're going to come under and round even more. Come back to me, stay over like a rainbow, so we're not going straight into side plank here. We're over like a rainbow and side. Good, come back to me over like a rainbow and come down to your side plank. So now the hip is lower and you're looking for this one long line in your spine. Knee is staying down on the floor underneath you. Let's set the knee down and come back into this here. So set your hips and then lift yourself up, and you can bring this arm across, just hug your legs, or you can bring the arm over. Okay, so knees together here, hands are lined up with your knee. So my knee and my hand are lined up with each other. My hand is slightly wider than my shoulder. You're going to lift the hips first, find your plank. Okay, so one line, side. Now you're going to flex over. Good, come back to that side plank. Flex over, back to the side. Flex over, back to the side. Good, now from side, we're going to go over, stay in that position, round under, stay in that position, come back to me, and then lower the hips to your side plank. Okay, so this leg could straighten out if you want. Lift up like a rainbow. Flex under, come back over like a rainbow, and then lower that hip to side plank. Good, flex up. Come over, belly button in. Come back to me, and then back to your side. All right, hold this nice side plank. Keep that knee down in position. You could come down onto your elbow on this side plank at this point if you want to. Keep that arm lifting if you can. You're going to lift this leg holding your side plank and lower it. Lift for 2 and lower it. Lift for 3. You could be down here. It's a little easier on the shoulder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, lower those knees together, lower the hip, lift the hip. You could be on the elbow or in the high plank, lift the hip. Lower the hip. 3, lift the hip. Lower the hip. 4, lift the hip. Lower the hip. 5, lift the hip. Lower the hip. 6, lift it. 2 more. 7, lift it. Last one. 8, lift it. This time come over 1 time, lift, lift, lift into that rainbow. Whew, nice stretch, set the hips down. Take this bottom arm either overhead or across the body. Good, release it, and we'll just flip the feet to the other side here. So I'm just going to rotate and let my knees come out like mermaid in front of me. So I'm trying to get both hips down to the floor here. This time that other arm is on the floor. Just give yourself a nice flex toward that arm. Inhale, exhale over. Bring it up, inhale, rotate toward the foot. Bring it back to me. Exhale it over. Back up and exhale. Bring it over, inhale. Exhale over. Bring it up. Exhale. Good, adding in that nice stretch. Hand to the floor, inhale. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, press up. Bring it back down. And again, around and over, twist. Bring it up and over. Bring it up and twist. Excellent. We're going to stack these knees now. So let's bring the feet both to the side. And again, we're going to keep the knees stacked, hands lined up sort of with your knee. Hips are going to come up to that side plank and then to your rainbow over. All right, now from this rainbow, we're going to take that top leg out. This first one, we're staying rounded over. So you can see this nice flex in my spine like a C or like a rainbow over. My hips are kind of pressing to the ceiling. My spine is pressing over that arm. You're going to rotate the upper body, staying rounding, belly button in, and then rotate back to me. Rotate sort of under, threading that needle, and then back to me for 2, staying up and over in that stretch. 1 more, back and over into that stretch. Now come back to your side plank. Now keep in mind, here's your side plank. You can keep the elbow on the floor. You can keep this top knee bent or leg straight. Just try to find this plank in the middle here, and we're going to go up and over for 6, and then bring it back to side plank. Up and over for 5, and bring it back to your side plank. Lift the hips and come over like a rainbow. Stack the spine nice and neutral, elbows wide. Over like a rainbow. Side nice and wide. Over like a rainbow. Side nice and wide. 1 more. Over like a rainbow. Side nice and wide like a plank or star. Now you're going to go over like a rainbow. Take it under the arm. Back to me. Stay in that rainbow position. Oh, no, sorry. Come back to side plank. Go over like a rainbow. Round it under. Come back to me and back to your side plank. Over like a rainbow. Round under. Back over. Rotate and come back to me. Over. Under. Over. And hold your side plank right here. Remember, you could be down on the elbow. You're going to take that top leg and lift it. And lower for 8. Lift it. And lower for 7, lift it, and lower for 6, lift, lower for 5, lift, lower for 4, lift, lower for 3, lift, lower for 2, lift, lower for 1, hold it there, come over that arm 1 more time. Good, set the knee, set the hip, and then just give yourself a nice flex, either over or across. Rotate back onto your hands and knees. All right, just a little bit of extension work here. So we're going to walk the hands forward just slightly so that the hands are out a little bit wider or a little bit further forward than under your shoulders. So here's under the shoulders. You're going to walk your hands forward about a hand distance, right? So they're slightly in the front. From there, abs nice and tight. Your knees are a little bit closer together than normal. So they're not quite touching, but they're not way apart. So they're not as far as hip distance apart. They're just a little further, closer together. From there, I want you to think of rounding your spine, tuck the pelvis, round the spine, pull the belly button in, shoulders away from the ears. Now you're going to articulate the spine by pressing forward into those hips. Articulate to lengthen through the spine, and there you are in a nice plank position, right? With your hips in line with your shoulders. Now think of your chest just opening gently, but keep your hips in place. Keep a little tuck of your pelvis, belly button in, and just open the chest. Now head comes down, round the spine, pull the belly button in, round it, round it, round it, round it, round it, tucking as much as you need to roll it back. Good, do that again. Articulate, press the pelvis forward, find that line neutral, extend, open the chest slightly, pressing the shoulder blades a little bit down and opening the rib cage, then head down, round the spine, pull it in, rounding it back. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, press the pelvis forward, your glutes squeeze the whole time. Lengthen through the spine, hold it there, little extension. Give those shoulders a little shake down if you need to open them out just a little bit. Feel the elbows back, the neck nice and long, lengthen through. Now, gently bring that rib cage back in alignment with the body. Here you are in this nice long plank position, core very engaged, abs nice and tight. Bend the elbows so they come just to your sides. Exhale, push it up. Tricep push up for 6. Inhale, bend. Push it up for 5. Abs tight, bend. Push it up for 4. Keep the neck long, bend. Push it up for 3. Bend, inhale. Inhale. I think we have 1 more. This is a bonus. Good. From here, lift belly button up and in toward the spine. Round your spine, chin to chest. Lengthen through all the way back. And let's go way back into a nice shell stretch here. Drop your hips to your heels, belly button in. Lengthen that spine. Good, and stack it back up. If you can stay on your knees right here. We're just going to do a nice little side twist on the knees. If you don't want to be on the knees, you can sit down all the way. You don't have to stay on the knees. If you can, come up onto those knees. Feet can be flexed here or straight. It doesn't matter. So knees and toes straight ahead, arms come out to the side. Stay connected in the core, reaching those arms through the fingers if you can. Inhale, we're going to rotate to your right. 3 pulses, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. One more each side. Exhale. 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, center, and 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, center. Just take those arms up. Exhale, round the spine, belly button in. Hips can drop back to your heels, round your spine. Nice shell stretch. Roll it forward and stack it back up. All right. So from